The first time I bled was not on my 13th birthday, but the first time I bit my tongue and withheld all the words I wanted to say. As the years have passed, the taste of my blood has become all too familiar, and that metallic feeling at the back of my throat is more than just the words I have not said, because the more I try to swallow my anger back, the more it threatens to choke me. See, it's not just my anger that threatens to spill out. Every woman before me runs through my veins, and I cannot abandon them, so I carry them in my heart. And so I have become a vessel for them to pour their unbridled rage out of. These decades of unspoken truths and memories of dry hands over soft lips that muffle every sentence they dare to utter against their oppressors. Always being labeled as hysteric or prescribed sedatives to calm down when we finally crack under the pressure. My heart feels hundreds of years old with all this pain that it carries, but old things have an insatiable hunger, and I no longer deny myself the things that I crave. See, I've sat with this anger long enough to know that the next time I open my mouth, it won't be to satisfy some man's desire, but to satiate every ancestor of mine who had to bite their tongue and be a good girl. See, men will call you a good girl, but they won't treat you like a good girl. Then they'll push your head against a pillowcase and call you a slut, then pull a stealth on you. At the end of the day, they'll say they love you, but love is not supposed to be violent. The other thing is men are disgusted by our blood, but they love to see us bleed. See, they'll squeeze our fragile hearts until our arteries burst, and that sticky red substance they love so much flows over calloused hands and drips onto the ground. Yet another thing from our bodies that they lust over. And it's lust, it's never love, because if they loved us, our hearts wouldn't be forgotten and discarded on the kitchen counter next to the dishes in the sink we've only asked 3 times in the last week for help with. The next time I open my mouth, it won't be an apology, because I'm not sorry. If I need to carry the hurt and rage of centuries past, then they're gonna carry their fucking guilt. They burned us at the stake for not conforming to their chauvinist practices, and when they could no longer kill us, they made sure that absolutely none of our rights were under our own jurisdiction. See, 97% of the time, a man can rape a woman and walk free. Many of those men are in office and are the ones introducing bills to ban access to reproductive care for all women, including their victims, to force us to conform and be complicit in their abuse. Here's the thing, I will not be complicit. I will not remain silent. I'm not going to let a boy whose parents never told him no dictate what women can and cannot do. See, when I say no, I mean no, and a boy will not coerce me into performing an act I don't want because it makes me hot, or he loves me, because love is not a violent act, but it has turned me into a violent woman.